Welcome to Jacuzzi Time with Mikey Jacuzzi. Today I am at Ryerson Station State Park in Pennsylvania. It's close to the West Virginia border, probably about 30 or 40 miles away from where I live. I decided to come up here today and just kind of get away from society. I'm in an area where I have no cell phone service, and I kind of needed that today because, I woke up this morning about 9 o'clock, and first thing I always do, I always text Stephanie and, just tell her good morning and, just kind of start my day off good that way. And then I start getting Facebook notifications from my sister, and, I looked at my time hop and I looked at her time hop, and, I just break down and start crying because, today's the 3-year anniversary of when my dad passed away. And then I started watching this memorial video from the funeral service, and that my mom had posted on her time hop, and I was just streaming tears throughout the whole video. So it's been a pretty rough morning. So I wanted to find a place where I could go and just kind of get away from everything, and not have these things popping up all day long, because it hurts a lot. I miss my dad a lot. But I started out today. I went to the cemetery for a little while and talked with my dad, and then I made my way down here. And I parked my truck in this parking lot and started walking around, taking pictures and stuff. And then I got on the first trail. And within the first 5 minutes of getting on this trail, I start getting attacked by this horsefly. And I'm telling you what, for the last 5 freaking miles, this horsefly has been flying around, buzzing my head a lot. I can't say non-stop, because every once in a while it would disappear and I'd get happy, and then all of a sudden, bam, there it was again. So it's just been it's been one heck of a day. I've hiked about 5 miles, and most of the hike I've got my hat off and I'm swinging it around trying to hit this horsefly, and it'd go away for a little bit, and then bam, it'd pop right back up. And yeah, so I finally got back to my truck, and I was like, you know what, I have had enough. I'm not a fan of insects and bugs and stuff like that. I love nature, but there comes a point in time where you've had enough. And today I've had enough. And the crazy thing is, when I got in my truck, I could see the horsefly buzzing around the window. So it literally followed me from the start of my hike on that trail all the way to my truck. And it could not have been the same one. It could have been, I don't know, but that thing just drove me freaking insane today. I was running on the trail for a lot. I'm just completely drenched. But yeah, I've had enough. I'm just gonna call it a day. I got 5 miles in today, and a lot of it was running, trying to get away from this damn horsefly. So yeah, I was on this trail, and I passed by this big huge tree that had fallen over, and next thing you know, this big huge vulture or something, it was freaking ginormous. Just abso-freaking-lutely huge, just took off. Like, I was probably 10 feet away from it. Scared the shit out of me. I definitely could have used my nurse here with me today, because I just about had a heart attack. So yeah, I guess it's been a pretty eventful day for me. I got a lot of pictures though. This morning when I started trying to find a place to go, this week I kind of wanted to incorporate places where my dad took me, but today it was just like I just wanted to get to an area where I had no cell phone service and just kind of get away from it all. And I did. I have no cell phone service where I'm at right now, but when I started looking up the information to the park, I saw this, they have a pool here, and so I brought my swim trunks and my beach towel, and I was like, I can't wait to finish my hike and jump in this pool later on. But I get here and the pool's closed today, go figure. So yeah. One heck of a day. I guess you'll have that every once in a while. But other than that, I mean, just remembering my dad today, he's just such a great man. Just thinking back to the funeral and, the funeral home, everybody coming up and talking and people posting on Facebook about, how much my dad helped them. And my dad was a guy that he never had a bad word to say about anybody. He was always there to help anybody that needed it. He was Mr. Fix-It. He could fix anything. Anything. Unfortunately, I didn't get those genes. But yeah, just just missing him a lot today. So I don't know, it's about 20 till 3, and I decided I'm gonna go back home and try to get some stuff cleaned up in my apartment, since I'm gonna be leaving on Thursday to go down to Kentucky for a couple days to see Stephanie, and I'm so excited about that. I can't wait. Just when you find somebody that you can talk to about anything, and they're so understanding, and they're so caring and so kind and so sweet. I mean, every second of the day I get nice sweet text messages and pictures, and I love that so much. It's like somebody that wonderful is, just takes my breath away. She's just so beautiful and gorgeous and sweet and caring, and I am definitely the luckiest man in the world, to find somebody that special. So it definitely uplifts me when I'm feeling down, and with everything in my life, it's just to have somebody that's just so wonderful. It's like I don't feel like I'm a burden to that person. That person's never too busy to text me back, or and that makes me feel great. It makes me feel wonderful. It makes me feel loved and special, and she definitely found a way into my heart very, very quickly, and I think it's going to be a beautiful life from here on out for me. I was talking the other day about, when you find somebody that just kind of makes you forget about money and forget about work, and just somebody that is so amazing, that I am I am the luckiest guy in the world. So, yeah, not much else is going on in my life, you know. Still hoping and praying for something to happen. You know, I think I'll be okay for a while. I mean, you know, once I get through this beach trip, then I got a lot of thinking to do and a lot of planning, because, you know, it's time for Mikey Jacuzzi to you know, figure out the rest of my life. And you know, I think I've found the person that I'd like to spend a long time with. Which, it's crazy. I kept saying I want to go slow, and I want to you know, not jump into anything. I don't want to move in with somebody right away, and then you meet this person that just takes your breath away, and it's like you can't, I don't know, it's hard to describe, because it's like you don't want to lose that, you know. So sometimes in life you have to do things that you wouldn't normally do, you know. And if, you know, things work out and I end up, you know, moving to Kentucky in a month or so, you know, that's just the way it's gonna be, you know. Because I'm so crazy about this woman. She's just absolutely amazing. Makes me feel like I am the king of the world. Even through everything that I'm going through. You know, I'm at a point where it's like I really want to get rid of everything that I own other than my clothes, and, you know, and just take that next step. See where it takes me. Hopefully Maysville, Kentucky. Or somewhere close to it. I'd like to find a job in the oil and gas industry down that way, and I've got a buddy that's a regional manager down there with the company that I'm going to give him a call today and see if he's got something down that way. And, you know, I've been meaning to call him, but, you know, the last couple of days and stuff, just a lot going through my mind, you know, with my dad, and, you know, and then spending every second that I can FaceTiming her and just smiling. And, you know, it's crazy, because it's like when you smile, you know, and you start hurting right here, you know, she really makes my cheeks hurt from smiling so much. And that feels so awesome to me. You know, even though it hurts, it's like when I get home, I'm going to have to start putting bags of ice on my eyes just to stop them from hurting. But it's such a wonderful pain to have, you know. I woke up today, and by the time I got here, my back was hurting. But, you know, some days are great, some days are horrible. I haven't had any, like, really, really horrible days. You know, my hike through Blackwater Falls State Park on Saturday was just amazing. You know, I did a lot of hiking. I climbed a lot of floors. You know, just some of these trails to get down to that hard waterfall was challenging. You know, my arms were hurting from pulling myself up and climbing over rocks and trees and stuff like that. But got a pretty good workout in. And then Sunday was Sunday was awesome. You know, we had a cookout at my aunt's right next door. So, you know, I just walked outside and, you know, we were playing beer pong. My family likes to drink, so, you know, we were having a great time just sitting outside talking, and and then we start playing beer pong, and it was me and my uncle. We started on a team, and we whooped everybody. And then he ended up leaving, so then me and my cousin Jenna, we were on a team, and we were beating everybody too, until the very end. It was like we start playing my 10-year-old niece and my one of our neighbor's daughters that I think is 9, and there was a point, and by the way, they weren't drinking. They had water in their cups or whatever, maybe Gatorade, but we ended up it was like we had one, we only had 1 cup left to score, and then they had 2, so we almost got beat by freaking 5th and 6th graders. But luckily my sister had to leave, so my little niece had to go. So we couldn't finish the game, but we were ahead, so we win by default. But it was a great time. I mean, you know, spending time with my family is always just wonderful, and I'm looking forward to this beach trip so much. You know, it'll be 7 days of just partying with my family and having a great time, playing drinking games, and, you know, definitely a wonderful family to have grown up in, to be a part of, and I'm so thankful for the life that I have had so far. You know, definitely missing the ones that have already gone. You know, with my dad and my grandparents, and, you know, it'd be so nice to, you know, I was thinking yesterday a lot about my dad, and, you know, it's just, you know, what I wouldn't do for one more phone call, what I wouldn't do for one more trip to see him, you know, one more pot of chili that I could make for him, or, you know, just talking about the Steelers and the Mountaineers and things like that, you know, just make me think about my dad so much. But I've been having you know, other than this horsefly episode, you know, I think it's been a decent day. I mean, you know, there's a lot of hurt, you know, but there's so many great memories, you know, so I'm just thankful for the experience, thankful that, you know, I got as many years with him that I did, even though a lot of the years I was moved away, but, you know, he was, you know, an inspiration in my life with his work ethic and how he treated people and how he cared and loved, you know. So I know I picked up a lot of that from him. You know, I try not to talk bad about people. I try to help people whenever I can, you know. I haven't always been great at that. I you know, a lot of my life I've been, you know, I don't want to really say selfish, because I've never really been selfish when it comes to, like, money or anything like that, or willing to help people out, but sometimes I feel like I need that space, that alone time, and a lot of times it's like I didn't want to be bothered by people, and but I've grown out of that so much in the last couple of years. Even now, I mean, I think I'm finally at a point where my life is like, it's on track to where it needs to be, other than this job situation, which I know it's going to pick back up in 2017, but it's like trying to make it that long, so if I have to find a job, managing a store or something in the meantime, then I'm going to start looking. But I'm going to start looking down in Kentucky because I'd rather do that down there and be with the person that makes me feel so incredible. I'll definitely miss my family, if I move, or should I say when I move, because after my trip Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then 9 days later for 5 or 6 days, I'm just like, I just know I'm not going to want to be away from her very much. Not at all, really. But so yeah, guys, that's my life in a nutshell right now. And I just ask for prayers and hope that something good happens. Something great has already happened to me. I've found somebody that makes me feel alive again, and that's a wonderful thing. Through all the ups and downs that I've had, and you get to a point where it's like you don't want to carry on anymore. I think I'm finally past that, and I'm finally like, I want to see what the rest of my life has in store with this beautiful woman that I have. So I'm gonna sign off of here, and I'm gonna head back home and try to get some stuff done and get ready for my trip on Thursday. And I'm not sure when I'll make another post again. It may not be until I think Saturday. Like, she's a nurse, so she works every Saturday and Sunday. So when I get up with her on Saturday morning when she leaves for work, I think I'm gonna try to find a cool place to go hiking down in Kentucky for the day, and then just drive home that night or that evening. I kind of want to get home a little bit early so we can FaceTime, but I think depending on how far I hike and what I come across, I don't know what time I'll end up making it home Saturday night, but it'll be a great trip, and I'm looking forward to it so much. So anyway, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. If you could share this with your family and friends and give me some more subscriptions and some likes, I'd definitely appreciate it. So I will see you guys on the flip side.